Hey, future aviators! Welcome to Brightifyme Academy. Your journey to the cockpit starts right now. Stay tuned, stay motivated, and thank you for being here. Let's fly high.
All right, let's get right into it. We're going to tackle the big question. How long does it really take to go from dreaming about being a pilot to actually sitting in an airline cockpit in India? Let's break it down.
You know the posts I'm talking about, right? You see them on Instagram all the time. It looks so easy, so glamorous. One day you're leaving school, and seemingly the next, with just a flick of a finger, poof, you're an airline pilot. But here's the reality check. The Instagram story is all about being an instant pilot. The real story, though, well, that's about years of persistence. Success in this field isn't quick, it's earned. And today, we're going to lay out what that entire journey of persistence actually looks like, step by grueling step. So, let's push the social media fantasy aside for a minute. What's the real, honest-to-goodness timeline? We're going to map it all out for you, and we've broken it down into 5 key phases.
Let's kick things off with the first part of our map, what I call the training gauntlet. This covers the first 3 phases, and this is all about building your foundation. You have to get through this before you can even start thinking about an airline job.
So as you can see, this part of the journey has 3 main steps. It all starts with the academic groundwork, then you get into the hands-on flight training, and it all wraps up with the official license issuance from the DGCA. Phase 1 is that groundwork. This is you hitting the books, passing all those exams with the DGCA, and of course clearing all your medicals. On average, you should probably budget about 4 months to get all of that done.
And then Phase 2, the flight training. This is where the real fun begins. It's when you finally get your hands on the controls and start logging the 200 hours you need for your commercial pilot license. This whole part, which is all skill-based, usually takes around 15 months.
And finally, we've got Phase 3, getting the actual license. You've done the flying, you've passed the tests, now comes the mountain of paperwork. Submitting everything to the DGCA and getting that official CPL in your hands, yeah, that's going to take another 3 months on average.
So you've done it. You're a licensed commercial pilot. That is awesome. But now, and this is a big but, now begins what can honestly be the most unpredictable and challenging phase of them all. I call it the Great Wait, the hunt for your very first airline job.
And this is a moment so many new pilots face. You've got the license, you've got the skills, but where's the job? Where's the plane you're supposed to be flying? This phase, more than any other, is a real test of your character.
And let me tell you, this is personal for me. This timeline here, this shows my own story, and it really shows you how crazy this phase can be. I got my CPL in 2008, and bam, the global financial crisis hit. My first real shot at an exam in 2011 got canceled. Then in 2012, the market got flooded with experienced pilots from a bankrupt airline. It took until 2015 to get another real opportunity, and I finally landed my first airline job in 2016. All told, it was a 6-year wait.
And during all that time, this is exactly how it felt. I was a pilot, but all I had to show for it was a license. The struggle was absolutely real, and it took a kind of persistence I didn't even know I had in me.
So here's the key takeaway. Pilot demand is cyclical. It's not a straight line. It really is like waves in the ocean. You get these huge spikes, like in 2018 and 19, where it felt like anyone with a license could get a job. And then you get these deep, deep dips, like right after COVID hit. Timing is a huge factor.
So because it's so unpredictable, you have to be smart. It's wise to plan for a buffer period. Seriously, I'd recommend building in about 18 to 20 months for this job hunting phase when you're doing your financial planning. Hopefully it's way shorter for you, but it is so crucial to be prepared.
But you persist, you get through the wait, and then you get the job offer. Yes. Now you enter the final phase, reaching the cockpit. This is the airline-specific training that's going to finally turn you from a CPL holder into a first officer.
And let me tell you, this training is intense. You'll get your type rating on a specific plane, like an Airbus A320. You'll learn the airline's standard operating procedures inside and out. You'll go through all the safety and security drills, and then complete a whole bunch of supervised flying before a final check flight officially makes you a first officer.
This entire process, from the day they hire you to the day you're officially flying the line as an airline pilot, takes about 10 to 12 months.
Okay, so we've walked through all 5 phases of the journey. Now, let's put it all together. Let's calculate your total flight plan.
So, let's just add it all up. Your foundational training, that's phases 1 to 3, comes out to about 22 months. Then we add our conservative job hunting buffer, which is about 18 months. And finally, you tack on the 12 months of airline-specific training.
And there you have it, the grand total. The realistic median timeline from day one of your training to day one in an airline cockpit as a first officer is about 3 to 4 years.
And you've got to remember, becoming a first officer, that's not the finish line, not even close. In many ways, it's the starting line. The learning never ever stops. You'll work towards your airline transport pilot license, then your command upgrade to become a captain, and you'll spend a lifetime just gaining experience.
This journey is long, and believe me, it will test you. But just remember this saying, the finest steel has to go through the hottest fire. That great weight, that struggle, that is the fire that forges the best, most resilient pilots.
So in the end, this isn't a sprint. It's a marathon of persistence. And the real question isn't just, how long will it take? The real question is, are you ready for the heat?
Dreaming of flying across the world? Not just India, but Paris, London, Dubai. An EASA license is your passport to global skies. Recognized in 31 countries and accepted by airlines worldwide. Train in Europe with modern aircraft, multicultural exposure, and the world's highest safety standards. And yes, you can always convert back to DGCA if you choose to return. Confused about costs, universities, or visa process? We're here to help for free. Hurry! Click the link below to register for your free one-on-one consultation today. Limited seats available. Your global cockpit awaits.